I was going through my questions that I was going to ask you, and they told me I had to tell you this story, because I don't think I've ever told anyone this story like on the internet or whatever. This is my wife jokes about it still. It happened like whatever 5 years ago. All right, so I used to be really into Charles Ingalls, like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
You've seen it, I'm sure. And so I used to watch it every day after work. I used to work, I still do work really early. So I worked 4 to noon, I'd come home, I'd watch Little House on the Prairie. Sometimes take a nap. I was kind of lazy back then. And so I watched it every single day for like 2 or 3 hours a day. I was into this show. I love, everybody would make fun of me, like, my wife had changed my profile picture to Charles Ingalls because I was like, Charles Ingalls is a man. Like, I love me some Charles Ingalls.
Is that like you're talking about the TV show, but when was that from? Like the 80s or 70s?
Yeah, I think the 80s. Maybe it started in the 70s and went into the 80s. So anyways, one day, my wife wakes me up and she said, hey, you have to sign this check. I need to put in the bank because we didn't have direct deposit back then. She's like, so I'm sleeping. I think I worked 3rd shift then, whatever. But so I'm sleeping. She's like, sign this check. I need to put in the bank. So I wake up and I'm like half asleep signing my check. And I sign it Charles Ingalls. I write Charles Ingalls on the check.
So what were you doing?
I was sleeping. I was dreaming. And then my wife starts laughing and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, what? And she's like, and then she's laughing. She's like, you signed Charles Ingalls on your check. And now I'm awake, I'm like, son of a shit. So now she's like, you have to go to the bank yourself and explain that.
Holy moly.
So I go to the bank, and I live in a really, really, really small town.
Did you ride your carriage or your horse or anything?
No. Oh. I wish I could have. But I go there, I go inside, and I tell the bank teller, I'm like, hey, I accidentally signed my check, Charles Ingalls. She's like, why would you do that? And I was like, I told the whole story. I was like, I was sleeping, my wife woke me up, and she's like, okay. She's like, I gotta talk to my boss. So she goes and gets her boss, and they're over there for a little bit, and they're kind of laughing. I'm like, this chick, this is a game for them. This is not a game. Like, so then
they were having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Until Charles Ingalls walked in.
So then she comes over and talks to me and makes me tell the whole story again. I'm like, I know she just told you this story. Don't make me tell it again. So I told it again. Then she's like, I have to get the bank president. I was like, why don't you get her to begin with? So then the bank president comes in. I know all these people because I don't know them by name, but like I see them all the time.
Right.
So like they're like not strangers. The bank president comes over. I tell her the whole story. She's like, so you were dreaming? And I was like, yeah, I must have been dreaming. And so she's like, in your dream, you were Charles Ingalls. And I'm like, probably. I don't. That's why I signed the name. And she's like, oh, that it's fine. She said, just cross that off and sign your name. It's not a big deal. I was like, then why did you do this? And then they're just all like,
3 levels of management involved here.
Yeah, they're just laughing. They loved it. They're just laughing at me.
I would love that too. Somebody came in.
It's the most. I've never been more embarrassed. And then I went back 2 weeks later. I went to the drive-thru because I'm like, I'm not going in there to cash my check or put it in the bank. And then the lady at the bank window, she turned around and like muted the microphone and said something, and they all started laughing and looking at me. So I know she turned around and was like, Charles Ingalls is here.
You were probably in your carriage again.
Yeah, that's what I did. I rolled up.
Pulled through the bank drive-through in your carriage. And,
horse.
Jeez, man.
Horses dropping deuces right in the drive-through.
Yeah.
My wife would change my Facebook. She wrote it all over Facebook. And she like would change my Facebook profile picture to Charles Ingalls. It was like, it took years for this to go away. But dude at work said, you have to tell the story on the podcast. So that was the most embarrassing. Going into that bank, I was just going to let the check go. I was like, we don't need that check that much.
Yeah, we don't need it that bad.
We'll just not eat. We just won't eat this month.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's an interesting one right there. That's I never got into that show.
Really? I thought I knew you a little bit, but maybe I don't. I love me some Little House on the Prairie. I don't watch it now.
Well, it sounds like you do love it.
I do love it. I don't watch it a lot now. I got over it. It was It was a time in my life, you know.
Yeah, man.
It was a phase, but
Right.
you can't talk smack about Charles Ingalls. Charles Ingalls is tougher than Chuck Norris.